We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Giants. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Catch made by Slayton. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Panthers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger, and he will have a Giants first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. The Giants at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Throwing Jones. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Play action here, Corral. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Corral. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Corral. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Corral takes a shotgun snap. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Barkley. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey, and he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Corral. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of a yard. And the Panthers are set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Jones on first down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. On the move past the 40. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw, Corral. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Corral. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Fakes the handoff here. Corral. trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Giantsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he will have a Giants first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. Thomas brings it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Corral with it, 1st down here. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Next to Rashaan Evans' name, you can put a tally for a tackle for loss. Really excellent effort on the defensive side of the football. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out to his left. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. On first down, it's Corral. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Corral. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
McCaffrey is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? 3rd and goal. Here's Corral. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How
will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Corral on 2nd down. Thomas has got it, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this down to the 35. 68 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. On third down, Corral. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Brandon Smith picks it off. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Off play action. Here's Corral. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Panthers on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Corral. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose down the left sideline. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now Jones. He finds Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Jones throw caught by Tony. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Kadarius Toney really created headlines with a 10-catch game as a rookie, but couldn't stay healthy enough to build on it. Still had over 400 yards in his first campaign and should blow by those numbers with a full season in 2022. Nice first down pickup for the speedster right there.
A first down carry for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now Jones is going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney. A 12-yard touchdown grab. Gano now to add the extra point. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Corral. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Corral to throw. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today, and really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.